Hey everybody, it's Brian here with Elemental Movement, just offering you a quick spring detox or cleansing movement that you can do anytime. It's a great one, especially since we're just coming into spring. If you're in a climate like Chicago, like the one that I'm in, we still have those days where you feel like hibernating, and so it can be hard to get energy moving. And even if that's the case, this one is great because you're using your breath and your awareness, or even you can think of your mind as a way to create movement internally. So the pose or the practice itself, really simple. You can do it in bed, you can do it on a yoga mat if you find a good space to do so. Really anywhere works. So you're just going to lie on your back, and I'm just going to show you seated what you'll do with your arms. You're going to place the palms over the ears, and the elbows are wide, so you won't be able to see that as well when I'm down on the mat. But I just want to show you this is where the hands and the arms will be once you get there. Okay, so really what we're going to do also with this is just a simple visualization. So I'm going to just come into the position that we'll start in. You're lying on your back, feet are on the floor about the width of your hip joint, so you can find your sitting bones, the bony knobs at the base of your pelvis. That's a good representation of the hip joints, the width, so you can find your heels are right in front of those spaces. It's just an easy way to measure it out. Again, when you're ready to start the practice, your hands will cover the ears, elbows out to the sides. You're just trying to relax as best you can through the upper body here. Okay, so the visualization we're going to imagine as though we had maybe two rivers flowing down each side of the body. So each river, so we've got two rivers on each side, okay? The first river is on the outside. It goes from the outside of your skull, or even if you can think of the ears, right where our hands will be, down the sides of the neck, around our shoulders, and then down under the armpits along the sides of the ribs, and then down our outer legs all the way to the pinky toe. So that's the first river. The second river, I'll just draw on the inside of my leg going all the way up through the center of our body. So imagine almost just along either side of the spine, all the way back up to the center of the skull or out through the top of the head. So just kind of however you want to imagine that pathway ending, right? It can end in the center or it can end at the crown, okay? Whatever you can more easily visualize is great. So I'll guide you through it and just again showing and demonstrating, and then I invite you to do the practice on your own. You can set a timer for maybe 3 to 5 minutes, or you can count the rounds of breath. That's another great way to practice it. So if I were to count my breaths, I'll find the position of my arms, allow both knees to drop to one side, just however far they comfortably go. The feet stay where they are. And then as I take my breaths here, I'm inhaling, imagining the breath flowing down the outer rivers of my body. And then as I take my exhale, I'm going to imagine the breath flowing up the inner rivers, the one on each side, right on either side of the legs, either side of the spine, all the way back up to the head. So you'll again inhale down the outside, exhale up the inside. And you can again set a timer, right? And you'll just complete the same amount of time on one side, and then back to center, reset your timer, do the same amount of time on the other side. So my knees would drop to the left, your arms still in the same position. Right, same idea, inhaling, imagining the breath flowing down the outer rivers, down the outer channels of energy on the sides of the body, and then up on the inside of the body, the inner legs again, the inside on either side of the spine on your exhale. So it's inhaling down, exhaling up. And you'll again complete, maybe again, setting a timer, you'll just finish the time on the second side. Right? If you're counting your breaths, a good number to go for is 9. So 9 breaths with your legs to the right, 9 breaths to your legs with the left. If that's even a little bit uncomfortable to hold for that amount of time, 3 breaths on the right, 3 on the left, go back and forth, 3 on the right, 3 on the left, 3 on the right, 3 on the left, and you're there. Okay? So that is the practice in essence, very simple. In our Eastern philosophy, this helps to open up the energy pathways that relate to our liver and our gallbladder. Not only are these the organ systems that are predominant in the springtime, they also represent expansion in the body. It's relating again to our sides, of the body, so how we create physical space within our own structure, as well as just in general, the liver and the gallbladder energy systems are one of the systems that are more often taxed by our modern lifestyle and our modern diet. So this is a great one to do to help balance out just the everyday energies that we encounter in our day-to-day lives. I know that was a lot of information, so please feel free to rewatch the video. I encourage you to practice the meditation on your own outside of the guidance of this video. So again, set a timer for yourself, create a space for yourself that's peaceful and relaxing. But very simple movement, very simple pose, anyone can do it, and hopefully you'll find it brings you a little bit of balance in this more dynamic and crazy time of year. Thank you all for tuning in. Namaste.